What's up? Hi everyone, welcome back to Blackjack Reacts to Death Battle. It's been a few months. I don't really have a horse in this race. Lara Croft versus Nathan Drake. I've never actually played Tomb Raider or Uncharted. So, with that in mind, let's just get started.
Sometimes an archaeologist needs a bit more than a shovel and brush, especially when they're on the hunt for the most legendary of treasure.
Yeah, if it were that easy, everyone would be doing it. The best treasure hunters are the ones with the brawn to match their brain.
Like
Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider.
And Nathan Drake, seeker of the Uncharted. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Graphics. Ooh, I like
Most
that.
people spend their entire lives in pursuit of wealth, status, and power. But Lara Croft was lucky enough to be born into them. However,
let's see. Greatest fear, aunt's pet corgi. Nice. She's a countess.
Despite attending the
She's
best
only
schools
5'8".
and living in her
She
own
always looks so much
mansion,
taller.
she was missing one crucial thing: adventure.
Man, rich people are always looking
her
for some
muscles?
crazy
She should
way
be
to
at
help keep
least
themselves
150
entertained.
pounds.
But if you have a lot of money and you take a lot of trips, it's good odds that one of those trips is bound to go horribly wrong.
Well, yeah.
And guess what? It did!
Before she was even old enough to order a drink, a crash
What's
landing
that,
left her
Best
stranded
Wine
in
graphics?
desolation. She had to learn for herself how to adapt and survive for over a week before returning to civilization as a whole new lady.
Yeah.
In whatever Tomb Raider timeline you're looking at, whether it's on an island or the Himalayas, Lara's destined to this life-changing fate.
I'm never getting on a plane with her.
Surprisingly, Lara's experience left her far from traumatized. Instead, she was inspired, hooked by the thrill of
Well, it
perilous
turned her
adventure.
into a psychopathic
So she
murderer.
struck out on her own, seeking lost treasure across the globe to make a name for herself.
But Lara's no fool. So first she made sure she'd be ready for anything.
Oh, I did see the
she
movie.
tracked down the best teachers she could
And I thought it
find
was
to
cool
learn
how
her
they
the
got
ways of
her
stealth,
actual
survival,
father to
and
play
martial
Lara's
arts.
father.
She became proficient in numerous types of firearms, and her martial art of choice appears very reminiscent to kickboxing. She can even fight while blindfolded.
Having a lip
She's
ring while you're
basically
doing all
Batman,
that
who
seems
treasure hunts
full of
with
herpes.
guns. Speaking of which, Lara is famous for her trademark dual Heckler and Koch pistols. And I'm not talking about the things under her sweater, but she's also skilled with shotguns,
that
assault
from?
rifles, submachine guns, even grenades. And she uses them to take down everything from armed thugs to T-Rexes.
Lara is also skilled with a competition compound bow,
I know, as you
perfect
do.
for stealth kills.
And she's got enough trick arrows to make Green Arrow proud. She's got fire arrows, poison arrows, explosive tipped arrows, and even rope arrows for crossing gaps or grappling things. And while her climbing axe is supposed to be used for scaling of cliffs, you can imagine what the thing does to a human skull.
Yes.
Oh wait, you don't have to.
Can
Watch.
she throw it?
Lovely.
Gruesome murder aside, Lara's extensive training paid off in big ways. She's discovered the legendary blade Excalibur, the Philosopher's Stone, the Ark of the Covenant, Thor's hammer Mjolnir, and even Bigfoot.
So, can she wield Mjolnir? I know this is a completely different continuity than what they covered before, but... Okay, that infiltrated and escaped Area 51. I guess she is, a foreign national and a, what did they say, countess or duchess? So yeah, that would be definitely considered a massive infiltration. She's battled gods, but how strong are the gods? That's the thing.
Whom she
Killed
also
a dragon.
promptly killed.
Suck it,
Yeah,
Sasquatch.
probably.
She survived dinosaurs, the Kraken, a Chinese dragon, and she even found the long-lost Led Zeppelin song Stairway to Heaven.
What? No. She found a literal stairway to heaven.
Really? Holy shit!
For a 132-pound woman, she's surprisingly strong. She's held up a heavy gate for 36 straight seconds while drowning. She also regularly pushes around enormous boulders, like the giant blocks in the Pyramid of Giza. This makes her easily strong enough to, say, punch a man through a wooden beam.
Nice.
Lara's also a crack shot. She can precisely tag multiple targets in less than a second, even if they're button-sized bolts or kunai flying through the air.
She's skilled enough to infiltrate and escape Area 51. She's tenacious enough to take a bullet in the heat of battle and keep fighting. And she's tough enough to dive off a 250-foot cliff into water with no injury whatsoever. The highest documented dive ever recorded is 193 feet.
Hey.
But unlike Lara, this
there.
driver underwent weeks of preparation and still broke his collarbone.
Hell, this girl can survive almost anything. When she was younger, she got impaled by a rusty metal spike and was still able to complete an entire adventure while in constant pain.
She wasn't even able to properly treat it. She had to cauterize it with a burning arrow tip.
Damn,
Well,
that's
that's what you gotta
hardcore.
do.
I think I found my next ex-wife. And then there was that one time she threw her climbing axe at a helicopter and it just exploded.
Yeah, the only logical explanation being she threw the axe into the chopper's air intake, shredded its internals, which
They
caused a
didn't
spark that reached
put
its
that
gas
as a
tank.
comparable
She made
feat
the
with
helicopter
Joker.
explode with
He
nothing
shot
but an
down a
axe.
plane.
That girl's got one hell of an arm.
I think we can all agree Lara is a badass, but
Oh, yeah.
she thinks so too, and can get a bit reckless.
If
Well,
she
yeah.
gets too
I think
full
they
of it,
both
she
can.
can always find herself at the wrong end of a tree branch, crushed by boulders, mauled by wolves, shot in the head, stabbed through the face, all sorts of horrific
That's
fatal
not the face,
mistakes.
that's the throat.
Even knowing that, the risk doesn't keep her from any of her bewildering adventures.
Don't you think you've seen enough?
How did you get in here?
Parvis Magna. To most people, these words hold little meaning, but for globetrotting
7 pillars
explorer
of wisdom,
Nathan
that's what
Drake,
that looks
it's his life motto. Greatness from small beginnings.
Got a ring.
And beginnings don't get much smaller than his. Little Nate.
Hates clowns. Bridges like to collapse beneath him. Master of the half-tuck shirt. Height 5'11". Let's see. He was owned by age 15. I wonder what all that entails, though. I mean, I imagine it would mean scrapping and being able to maneuver his way through services and such. Encyclopedic knowledge of history.
Spent half his
Encyclopedic
childhood
knowledge
in
of
a
a lot
boys'
of
home
things.
where he was raised by nuns, picked on by bullies, and pretty much just hated on for every second of his life.
Yep.
Nathan found solace in his fascination with history, particularly the explorer who found El Dorado, Sir Francis Drake. And like
This
his
is pineapple
idol, Nathan
flavored,
dreamed of
it
one
is
day
not
escaping
pea.
the orphanage to go on treasure hunts of his own.
And he did,
know.
with his big brother Sam. The treasure? They're Dead Mom's old journals about Mr. Drake himself. Turns out they were in some old lady's house, so they broke in, she called the cops, and then immediately died of a heart attack.
Obviously not wanting to be caught trespassing and standing over a dead woman when the police arrived, Nathan began a life on the run.
Talk about shitty luck. Man, all he wanted was a book.
Honestly, that
Nathan
wouldn't be so
seemed
bad.
built
I mean,
for
it
the
would
treasure
definitely
of
be
his life.
easily
He's
provable
exceptionally
that
athletic,
she died
has
of natural
encyclopedic
causes.
historical knowledge, and can find a way out of almost any bad situation with his
Trespassing
wit.
would be
He'd
minimal.
make sure that
especially
everyone
since
would
it
remember
was
the name Nathan
for
Drake.
something that technically belonged to him. Unless it was like given
After
to the old
several
lady.
solo adventures, Nathan eventually teamed up with Victor Sullivan, a former Navy officer turned expert
a cow
con
of corn
artist.
there.
Sully taught Nathan the ways of combat, both with his fists and with firearms.
Good thing, too, because it seems like everybody out there wants to take a shot at Nate. He almost always has a 45 Defender
Again,
or
as you
9mm
do.
pistol on hand, as well as a couple grenades. Nate
Wonder how
can rack
many
up
of
the
these
body
people
count
can hold
with
it
just
at
about
once.
any weapon
They
he
don't
touches,
have, like,
including machine
hammer
guns,
space, do
shotguns,
they?
grenade launchers, and sniper
Do they have
rifles.
to change
Hey,
weapons,
when there's
or
a
do
literal army
they
of bad
carry
guys
them?
out to kill you, you
Out-
gotta
out
become a
all the
one-man
time.
army yourself.
Ready for anything, Nathan set out to follow in his idol's footsteps, and then some. He's discovered 5 lost civilizations, stopped multiple world-ending threats,
Okay. Jumped 19 feet without a running start, yeah. What is that? Found 5 lost civilizations? Damn. Like still going, or ruins, or what? Survived stranding in desert for 2 days.
and even unlocked the secret of El Dorado like Sir Francis Drake before him.
Yeah, turns out it's not a city of gold, just a dead guy that turns people into zombies. Didn't see that one coming. Anyway, Nate wouldn't have done any of those things if he weren't.
I was watching a program about like the actual El Dorado and stuff, and oh yeah, it was the place where the Spanish were looking were actually the people that were trading for the gold. So, yeah, they were looking in entirely the wrong place.
Physically fit for the job. He's strong enough to move boulders twice his size and hold up a 4-ton gate for 4 seconds.
That does not look 4 tons.
He can climb huge cliffs with nothing but his fingertips and constantly jumps humongous gaps without needing a running start.
The standing broad jump world record is 12 feet and 3 inches.
Wow.
In this instance, Nathan Drake was able to make a 19-foot jump from a standstill. 19 feet!
I love how
and
he's
he's always
like the
clearing
person
similar jumps
playing.
throughout his adventures.
Nate's got hops, but he's also got an iron hide. The dude is constantly falling dozens of feet and just shaking it off. Like that time he did a 40-foot belly flop and got right back up like it was nothing. That could kill a normal guy.
Nathan
least Drake
Drake is
ribs.
nothing if not determined. When he found himself cornered on a train and bleeding out from a bullet wound, his solution was to simply blow the whole thing to oblivion.
What a convenient pile of propane tanks.
But of course, he survived the crash and even climbed to safety, despite having no way of knowing he'd get out of this whole mess alive at all.
On top of all that,
Shouldn't he be
look what he's
bleeding on the
wearing.
snow?
It's freezing up there.
Actually, explosions generally seem to be his exit of choice, like when he blew up a cargo plane while flying over Saudi Arabia.
After surviving the trip to the ground, he wandered the desert for 2 straight days with 0 food or water. But even with all that, when he found a bunch of mercenaries who wanted to kill him, he was still able to fight them off. How is this guy real? What kind of deal did he make with Satan? Because he should know that that stuff comes with a terrible price. Believe me.
All of this just
Believe
proves
me,
how
yeah.
careless and haphazard Nathan really is. This man rarely, if ever, has a plan for anything at any point. Nearly every moment of his life, whether he's in or out of danger, Nathan's philosophy insists that he simply roll with whatever punches come his way. When it comes down to it, much
That's
of
funny,
his
it looked like
survivability
these
can
live
be chalked up
actors
to an abundance of
Probably
good
against the
luck.
green screen.
And also his incredible knack for improvising and adapting. Lucky or not, hundreds, if not thousands of bad guys have tried to beat him to some treasure and lost. It's good odds that if you go up against Nathan Drake, you're not just gonna lose that treasure, you're gonna lose your life.
What the hell did you do back there?
Well, you know, save the world.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But
Subway.
first, I'm gonna tell you how to save your relationship.
And I'm gonna just forward through this part. Oh, the actual battle isn't gonna be very long. Well, it seems like Lara is more of a planner, but this isn't gonna be something she can plan for. They're both really tough. They showed more of him being durable. She seems more skilled with weaponry and a wider variety of them. I honestly have no idea. Like I said, I don't have a horse in this race, so let's just keep going into it. I really can't take a bet.
Blackjack battle!
Yeah. Let's put the whole Suicide Squad thing going on there. Some ray gun on the back of his truck.
Damn, it's cold up here. Okay, let's try.
Yeah, that works.
Gotcha.
Not the Holy Grail.
Stop! Turn around. Slowly.
Ah, crap. Hey there. I'm guessing the whole finders keepers rule isn't gonna apply.
Well, they
Cut the
both
chit chat. The Grail's coming with me.
Yep, that's the Holy
Either
Grail.
walk away or die right here. Choose wisely.
Okay, Missy. First rule about me. I don't walk away.
And I don't choose wisely. You know, if they both drink from that, this would be an eternal draw. I like the effect on her bangs.
It never fails. I get to the gold at the end of the rainbow and somebody tries to kill me.
This necklace is animated here. Oh, that's dope. that headbutting again. Yeah, and that's not gold. It's not gold
Got a
anymore.
scratch.
Do you know what you've done?
That's probably not good.
Didn't she shoot it?
Okay, that's definitely not good.
It's a load-bearing artifact. That's gonna cost her some time. You're getting away! Dude, at this point, just let it go! Yep, Jeep, it's branded. Oh yeah, try to fight with the artifact.
Sorry, have to do what I have to do.
Ah, crap.
Yeah, he survived those, hasn't he? Yep, there he goes. He's taking her helicopter. He blew one up. So did she, didn't she? Yeah. Ugh. That's just bad luck, though.
Not a scratch.
Well, now she's stuck in the desert.
Oh, nice shot! Told you she had a good arm.
Lara and Nathan have both displayed impressive feats of strength, durability, agility, and weapon skills, but Lara tended to have the edge in every category.
Both of them were way stronger than you'd think. Nathan shoved a boulder large enough to weigh 20 tons. That means he literally had the strength of 10 men.
But in Lara's case, she moved several limestone blocks used in the Great Pyramids. Not only did she move them much farther distances than Nathan, but given their size and makeup, these blocks should weigh over 27 tons each.
Lara's way tougher too, and has been through things that definitely would have taken Nate out.
Like when she was impaled by rebar, but was still able to accomplish everything necessary to survive a
rebar?
hostile
That's
island for a
small.
week. Nathan suffered a bullet wound in the same area of the body, and while he powered through the pain for a short time, he soon passed out and was unconscious while under intensive care for 3 days.
Take my word for it, I've been through pretty much everything you can think of, and I'd rather take a bullet than rebar any day. And that rebar thing happened when Lara was pretty young. Later, she got all sorts of combat and survival training from experts, while Nate was mostly self-taught, with a few pointers every so often from a combat. Also, when the pressure's really on, Lara manages to always keep a cool head. Much better than Nate.
So, you got a plan C?
Yeah, floor it. I'm getting on that train.
What are you, crazy?
Nathan Drake did just about everything by the seat of his pants, and eventually, luck always runs out.
Yeah, she was just too crafty for him.
The winner is Lara Croft.
He only made one comment about her boobs, too. Okay.
Next time on Death Battle.
Scrooge McDuck!
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes.
Oh, man.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our season 4 premiere. I'm Bentley Wiz.
Jazz, the boomstick.
And next time we've got Scrooge McDuck versus... Well, you gotta find out by sticking to our Twitter, that's @ScrewAttack, or our Facebook, Official SA.
And if you want to be the first to watch Death Battle, you can always become a first member by clicking the link in the description below and
Yeah.
start a 30-day free trial. It's a great way to support the show. Thanks.
Whew. Golly. Yeah, in fact, I was just talking to myself, yes, earlier about, ones where I don't really disagree with the results, but I have issues with how they play out. And I know the whole animation thing is just for show, but honestly, that was just bad luck. Of course, granted, she could have, come over and shot him in the head or whatever. But still. Like, other ones I have, quibbles with. I've only ever disagreed with the results of one battle, and that's Bowser versus Ganon. I don't think they would have had any way to actually kill each other. Isn't that right, baby girl? Isn't that right, baby girl? But like Peach versus Zelda, they didn't get into... They had it basically rely on sheep ex machina, and they didn't get into Peach's ultimate attack, which is the throwing bombs. I mean, Mario RPG, right? It's a great game. They need to release it for like the 3DS or whatever. Like Spider-Man versus Batman. I don't think Batman's armor would break that way. I don't think you could actually snap Batman in half when he's in his armor. Ty versus Red. Honestly, sheer power alone would accomplish it, because let's face it, there is literally no way for Red to have won that. But they had it rely on elements that really should not have come into play, like with Red being incapacitated, Charizard not being able to receive commands, it just freezes up. That doesn't make sense. It is, as they say, a wild animal. They even talked about that. And the only instance I can think of in the entire Pokemon canon is in Diamond and Pearl Adventure, when Regigigas when Haruta is like incapacitated, Regigigas kind of freezes up for one panel. Bear in mind, this thing is a slow thinker. And then immediately, the very next panel starts to attack the opposing trainer. Although honestly, I think there are two battles in Pokemon and Digimon that I think would actually be fair. Haruta himself versus Marcus. They would have a nice big old brawl. It would be hilarious. And Mewtwo versus Black War Greymon. Especially considering that specifically Black War Greymon, and not any Prevos or Digivolutions thereof. They have very, I guess their backstories are just kind of similar, but they have similar outlooks and everything. I think their powers are comparable. Actually, that was another one, Shadow versus Mewtwo. They could have just stuck with first movie Mewtwo and not used the whole thing with the spoons and not used the whole flying into space, because those are all different Mewtwo's. Just stick with the one from the first movie and the special, and you have it. Also, I disagree with their assessment of what the lake is based on. I think it's Crater Lake. It even has the island in it and the ultra pure water and everything. What are you doing, Little Miss? What are you doing? Yeah, that was really my only quibble with this battle. It just kind of came down to Nathan having really bad luck. Next battle. Oh my goodness. Scrooge McDuck. Who could he be fighting? Another animal? Goodness. Is it going to be based on greed? Is it going to be based... Well, he's another adventurer. What you doing? What you doing? Oh, no. I'm going to be another old man. Who are some elderly adventurers we know of, Athena? Well, I guess Indiana Jones was adventuring into his... What would he be in the 50s? He'd be in, like... Oh, goodness. He'd be in his 60s in the 1950s, wouldn't he? Something like that. So yeah, that's the only one I could think of. Another elderly adventurer, and I guess I know 60s isn't elderly, but we're talking the 1950s here. We're talking someone who is actively going out and adventuring and all of that stuff. But is that the kind of lineup they're going to have? Something with jumping, since he uses that pogo stick thing. I assume because he was in the Yukon that he is skilled with a gun. I'm going to have to reread my Scrooge comics. Yeah, I have this volume called A Little Something Special, and it talks about this one story being, like, unedited and uncut, but there is literally nothing in it that would be, like, that would have reason to be edited. I don't get it. Anyway, I'm going to get going. It was really fun to have another reaction, another death battle. Like I said, Kefka versus Sephiroth is literally the only thing I want to have happen. And honestly, I think it would come down to if they remember that, if one thing that would happen it would be that Sephiroth would use the whole health gate thing that he used on Aerith. You know the one. And would discover that Kefka is kind of immune to impalement because Celis is probably of comparable strength to Sephiroth, you know, being the whole genetic engineered super soldier and all of that stuff. And she stabbed Kefka, and he threw a temper tantrum. So even though he has incredibly low hit points, is very undurable. Yeah, and Seph has greater strength, Kefka has greater magic, and yes, I know Sephiroth can apparently destroy the solar system, but since he can do it more than once, it's probably an illusion. So yeah, I'm just getting into the nitpicks of a battle that may never happen. I know they heavily implied that he's going to be fighting Virgil at some point, but, you know, they brought back Batman, they brought back Deadpool, they kind of brought back Captain America, even though he only actually fought in one battle. Right? They kind of brought back Dan only to kill him off again. Goodness. What are some battles you guys want to see? This is a very interesting one. Oh, golly. Oh, darn, I don't have the figure here. Just realized someone else who could match Scrooge in, I guess not greed, but in ambition. But he does not fight at all. And that would be Tom Nook. Actually, I think they would be the greatest of pals. You right, baby? You think so? Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna go. Gotta take care of this little beeb. We'll see you all later. See you all in 3 weeks. I mean, I'm probably gonna do something else before then, but see ya! You say that?